Alright. I got everything squared away. Okay. I'm late. I know. I'm streaming later than I usually do. Shit happens, I guess. Oh boy. I don't mean to stream so late, but anyway. Got more Persona 3 now. So, I don't know who's showing up. I don't want to hide the overlay though, especially knowing that the PNG tuber model will block things. That's alright though. Just kind of want to play some of this game. I don't know how long I'm going to stream tonight. Probably not very long. I don't think I'll be very long. So we were just sort of making our way through Tartarus last time. Now that we have Akihiko in the party, let's go see if we could fuse some personas. Are you familiar with the antique shop in Paluonia Mall? They carry all sorts of things, both ancient treasures and worthless junk. What's more, I've heard the shop's owner has an interesting ability. I heard she can use personas to create weapons. Oh, so do we have that unlocked now? She calls it weapon fusion. However, the shop still seems to be closed. I look forward to its grand reopening. Okay, so it's not open yet, but that is a thing that'll happen. We could bring in personas and make them into weapons and other stuff. Alright, so let's fuse some personas. Let's do a triangle spread. Alright, let's see. You can have Gur. Have the skeleton bird thing. Or we could have Neko Shogun. No, we can't have Neko Shogun because, still a bit too tough for us to handle. Let's see. Just sort of looking around, seeing which one I want. Okay, still too powerful. Alright, let's do a normal spread. See if we can have any weaker. Okay. Use this one, Valkyrie. Alright, let's get this one. Valkyrie. Alright. There we go. And we're gonna get bonus CXP from this one because we have the Strength Arcana. Social link. Best girl Fuka Yamagishi. Hey Triple M, how you doing? Glad to see you. Best toaster Igus, yeah. I love Igus. I wish this was Fess so that we have the answer, the playable epilogue, so we can have more Igus content. But alas, it was portable, they decided to port. Which one do we want? Try another triangle spread? We have Archangel. Sure. Yeah, I know I don't have a... Oh, I meant to click yes. But, yeah. I say click even though I'm using a controller, but... Ooh, there's 3. Let's take a look. Alright. Hell yeah. Okay, I think that's enough using for now. Let's leave. Actually, Elizabeth has a quest. She wants a Jack Frost with a certain skill, and I think I might have that skill card, so... Jack Frost with Dia. Can I untake a request? Cancel request. Okay, let's, Yeah, sure, I'll pay the fee. It was Jack Frost with Dia, which is the healing spell. I do have a... Oop. Let's see. There we go. And I do have a Jack Frost. Oh, so it knows Dia already. Okay. So I could just straight up go to her, take the quest. Okay, so undertake a quest. Yes, I accept it. Okay. I see that you have Jack Frost with you, and he has the skill Dia. Well done. Your reward for this is a special type of armor. I've never worn it myself, so please do not concern yourself with that. Please accept your reward. Alright, battle panties? Ooh, is this... that's an interesting, armor name. Valkyrie Tarukaja? I could do that. 3 old lanterns, I think this is doable. Deadline is June 6th. Okay. Not worn it myself, don't want it. Well, there is one female on our team. Armor that looks like a bikini. Oh boy. I think I know which one this is. Anyway, we're gonna save, because we need to save. So I don't have to do that again. And you can never save enough. Alright. Resume from the 20th floor. That's where I was last time. Yeah, boy, look at that. Look at Yukari. Alright. Save again just to be safe. You can never be too safe. Anyway. These are weak to electricity and wind.
Enemy is vulnerable. Attack. You struck the enemy's weak point.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
All right. Annihilated them. Let's go for the Nekomata. It's Okayu. Nekomata Okayu. Poke him in the ass. There we go, player advantage.
2 enemies detected. Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy. Yukari has defeated an enemy.
Ooh boy. He's strong.
Everything's going according to plan.
Got money. Got this face looking at me right there. There's the stairs.
3 enemies detected.
Anyway.
Strike first.
Have an archangel. He's got a light spell. These guys are weak to light, but because light is instant kill, it's not very accurate. Even though that one hits, you can tell when you see that cut in. Means that you've got a critical hit. It's funny how Yeek or Y2K tried doing a Persona-like battle system and just failed miserably trying to emulate it. It's like a weird fusion of Persona and Paper Mario, or Mario RPG. Because there's like these little actions you have to do to either deal more damage or to avoid getting damage. It's like really, like you don't do a lot of damage even when you do like these little events, these quick time events to try to deal more damage. And yeah, it doesn't look that great, honestly, but I don't know. I hear they're trying to make it better, so hopefully that game gets in-gooded. I don't know. I'd like to try it out anyway, one of these days.
3 enemies detected.
Even though, yeah, it's very much like one of those Earthbound inspired quirky JRPG type games. So remember the Oni plays of Yeek of the minigame? Or like basic levels of damage. Yeah, exactly. It's like you'd only do a little bit of damage, even though you're like pressing all these buttons or moving this control stick, left stick, in all these different directions to try to do as much damage as you can, and
There's only 1 left.
it's a mess. It really is.
couldn't finish
One
it up.
enemy remains.
Okay, everything's going according to plan.
I don't know, Yeek. Yeek is a fascinating game, honestly. Oh, Trish. Oh, fuck. Got another battle panties. Oh, boy. This one's purple. Ah, fuck, he slapped me. It's Hulk Hogan.
Too strong.
You say you want a revolution. Oh, great. I've been listening to the Beatles a lot recently.
I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
You just won't die.
Then this
Two
move
enemies
comes and it's
remain.
called
Don't
Revolution.
get careless.
Hallelujah!
Alright. That's his weakness.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now!
Gotta beat him up. What's kind of sad is that some of them could have been fun, but it needs to be a trade-off. Either have them do a good amount of damage, but consume a lot of focus or MP or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it's just... I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they thought you were doing too much damage? I don't know. I don't know.
The enemy is vulnerable.
Now's our
Keep going.
chance.
I will say this about Yeek.
Yes. The enemy
I like the
is
art
vulnerable.
style. It's good. Not great, but good. Have a gauge for them once it fills up, activate it, and do massive damage. Yeah, that could work too.
One more.
Ah, crap, he countered.
It seems to have multiple weaknesses.
Weak against light and electricity, good. But he's strong against strike attacks, so...
One enemy remains.
Persona! We did it.
Something inside you has changed. Lilim has leveled up. Rakukaja. And Hermes is leveled up. So Junpei's leveled up. As has Akihiko. Alright, anything else? I fully explored this floor? I have. Go up this ramp. The shadows on this floor have changed. If you can't handle them, then return immediately. I'll be fine. Oops, wrong button. Think someone needs to be healed, though. Think Junpei? Yeah, he's not doing so well. There we go. Heal those guys. It's a lion.
Three enemies present. It seems to have multiple weaknesses.
Alright, let's see. Archangel.
3 enemies remain.
Probably should have kept Lilim and just zapped the two heat balances, but I didn't. It's alright.
You just won't die. Let's go.
There we go. Zap him. Hell yeah.
Do it again.
Alright, Sonic Punch. Hopefully land a crit. We'll see. Maybe. Not quite.
Finish it off.
Did do a lot of damage though.
It's not good.
Mabufu. Uh-oh. Not Akihiko. He just got injured. Actually, just attack this one. That'll be fine.
Defeated an enemy.
You know what? We'll just switch to Lilim. I like it when RPGs have a mythical creature enemy and the next enemy's just a wild animal. In all fairness, I think... I wonder if the ball and chain is supposed to be like the real body, because all the shadows have masks, and that ball and chain has a mask. I don't know. It's... The shadows in these games have pretty funky designs, but... Yeah, you're right. This one's just a lion, so... It's just an animal. I think Persona 4 has tigers that just look similar to that. They have the ball and chain too. Alright. See, poke him. Oh boy, they're distressed.
Enemies detected. They appear. Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Land that crit. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Ah man. There we go.
All right.
Another crit.
Defeated an enemy.
Go! Still
Oh boy.
Please hit. Use Garu skills against the enemy.
Okay, so weak against wind. Uh-oh.
2 enemies remain. Don't get careless. Just one more.
Now just beat this one up. There we go. It's weak to the fist. Alright, let me see. I want the money. Give me the money. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's see. Go down over here. Smack him. Persona inspires
3
Undertale.
enemies present. Don't get careless. Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
I haven't played Undertale, so I don't know. Is this true? Undertale becomes Normie's first RPG. Undertale was very popular. Everyone liked those funny skeletons.
Still alive.
3 enemies remain. This thing won't give up. The enemy's weakness is ice.
No boy, I still need to play Undertale. It's been years since that game came out. Someone gifted it to me a couple years ago.
2 enemies remain.
I don't know.
Don't get careless.
Been meaning to play it, and I just never got around to it.
Exploited the enemy's weakness.
I got an achievement for exposing weaknesses. You can't see it on screen.
Exploited the enemy's weakness.
For this.
Toby Fox said he liked the idea of befriending enemies in Persona, and that later became the basis for Undertale. Yeah, I think I could see that. Because I know, I know Shin Megami Tensei, that's a big thing. You have to talk to the demons and befriend them and they join your party. And I know you can literally talk your way out of every battle, I think, in Undertale. Like, I've seen playthroughs, not complete playthroughs, but I've seen, like, people play them a bit. And that is an interesting little mechanic, though, just using your words.
3 enemies present. Don't Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
This one's weak against light. Yep, there we go.
Yes, excellent. Akihiko's in danger.
Good boy.
Be aware that Akihiko is severely injured. Hang in there.
I like how Akihiko is the only one she won't refer to by last name.
The enemy's weakness
Like,
is ice.
I know that they're supposed to be, like... They're both third years, so I guess they're both equal, and I guess that's why she knows him better.
Akihiko has defeated
It is kind of funny, though. 'Cause she'll refer to Junpei and Yukari by their last names, their family names. I think I have enough old lanterns to show Elizabeth now. I don't know.
1 enemy detected.
Alright, just instantly destroy this one. Boom. Oh yeah. There's a Jack Frost, but I already have a Jack Frost. I'll just grab this sword. Oh yeah, practice bow. Got the Mazio gem, the Mazio, I don't know. Lets me use lightning spells all at once.
Be careful. There are 4 enemies.
If this one is weak against wind. To just knock him down.
The enemy is vulnerable.
Now's our
Keep going.
chance.
It's like bowling. Set him up, knock him down. Ah, shit.
4 enemies remain. Stay cautious. Yukari has defeated an enemy.
Let's knock him down.
Still alive.
Damn. Ha! He's got lightning immunity. Well, not immunity. He's got resistance.
2 remain.
Don't think they get a.
Good job, Takeba.
Don't think they get immunity until their personas evolve. I don't know.
Good job, Takeba. Only 1 remains. Here's our chance. We're all out of time.
Alrighty. Smack the crap out of that one. That's pretty weak, though. Okay. This one. Oh, crap, I grabbed the blink. I thought this was the persona. I got nothing. No bonus. None whatsoever. We'll go up the stairs. Give me a second. I think I got pinged in something. Who's pinging me, and for what reason? I have no idea. I don't see it on Discord. Okay, well, I have to look later. Let's poke this one in the ass.
3 enemies detected. They appear distressed.
Critical hit. Oh, are these weak too?
Roger.
Oh, we don't know
I'll
yet.
attempt to analyze the enemy.
You know, that's one thing that kind of sucks about this game. It takes like a full turn for the navigator
1
to
left.
That's the last one.
analyze the persona. So it's like you could just complete a battle without finding out what they're weak to. Come on. I want to know. Alrighty. So we just, there we go. That's a big one. Uh-oh, he slapped me. Okay, it's just these fools.
A surprise attack. There are 4 of them.
Oh god,
about
not
using
Yukari.
danger.
There we go.
Defeated an enemy. Better than I thought.
Let's give her some medical powder. Here, take this funny powder. Don't think too hard about it. Came from my pocket.
I can't lose to an underclassman.
I can't lose to an underclassman.
Here's our chance. Let's go.
Is that a lowercase letter B on his vest?
I've been waiting.
That's what I want to know. Alrighty. I want the coin. Give me the coin. Get that money. Oh yeah, dollar bill. Uh-oh. He almost slapped me, but I got him before he did.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Ah, crap. Oop. Smack him.
I couldn't finish it off.
Yo.
The enemy is weak against electricity.
Electricity, eh? Okay, well. I know a guy that knows electricity skills.
Only 1 left.
Okay.
Do it again.
I'll do this.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, so we destroy those guys, get the yen here. Okay. I like how this otherworldly tower just has Japanese currency
There
in
are
it.
4 enemies. Use
Like what are these guys doing with all this yen?
yes.
Where do these guys get all their money from? who's giving all these shadows money.
Let me pitch in.
Should I? Ah, fuck it, why not? Akihiko co-op. Hell yeah.
This is not
Not great. Oh no. That's no good.
enemy's already recovered. Takeba is in danger.
I'm beginning to think that these team-up attacks aren't so great, because, it seems to waste a turn,
Be
and
careful.
everybody gets back up.
Takeba is badly injured.
Well, let's heal her. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh.
4 enemies remain. Stay cautious. Yukari has defeated an enemy.
Kari's too tired to get up. That's alright. We can clear these guys out without her.
Awesome.
I noticed one change that they've made in this game is how knockdowns work, because when I played Fess on PS2, whenever somebody got knocked down, it took a turn for them to get back up. And in this game,
Not good.
somebody gets knocked down,
Not good. Takeba's down.
they'll get back up automatically unless they become attacked again while they're knocked down, in which they're dizzy. And then it takes a turn for them to get back up. So it's a lot like Persona 4 in a way.
There's one more.
That's the last one.
Be careful. Iori
Alright.
is severely injured.
She is knocked out. There we go. I don't know why we're struggling against these basic bitch enemies, but we were, and that's not a good thing, I know. Anyway, I don't know why we all got our asses kicked by those guys. Anyway. There we go. Let's keep ourselves alive for just a little bit longer. It's not even a big floor, holy crap. Alright, so. The floor is expanding. Watch out for an ambush. Uh-oh. Have to watch out. Okay, there's a shadow over here. Catch him by surprise. It is us who has the advantage.
3 enemies detected.
All right.
They appear distressed. Great attack.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Nah, I don't think so, Junpei. We're knocking these guys down.
Great attack.
Now's our chance.
And wind on that guy, knock him down. All out attack.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
The enemy is
I've been
vulnerable.
waiting for this. Okay, now.
Alrighty. Let me grab the sword, get a weapon. It's not gonna be a good weapon, but at least I could sell it for money. Sell it to the funny policeman. Who's not very funny, actually, but, he's there, and he sells weapons to teenagers, so... there you go.
3 enemies detected. The enemy.
Okay, so... electricity.
There are 2 left.
There are 2 left.
Now's our chance.
Blow them away.
Another enemy down. There's only
All right,
1
good
left.
job.
There we go. Uh-oh.
1 enemy remains.
There we go. I knew I could rely on
Everything's
Akihiko.
going according to plan.
He knows how to beat the shit out of shadows. Punch him. Alright. Find it funny how some game journals are foaming at the mouth because P345 getting on Switch reminds them of comic book. Mind you, comic book. I'm sorry, I have to kind of read that again. I find it funny how some of the game journals are foaming at the mouth because of Persona 3, 4, and 5 getting on Switch reminds me of comic book journals foaming at the mouth that manga is beating them. I didn't know that was a thing. Are people really mad about Persona? I know there's some controversy about this game in particular because, well, it's an older game from 2006, and Junpei in particular is kind of like a skirt chaser. And so people are complaining about that. And the fact that he's voiced by Vic Mignogna. Or however you say his name. Yeah. Well, the guy, the voice actor that got, you know, accused of sexual misconduct. And I'm not gonna go too deep into details about that, but you know, people need to remember this game came out in 2006, and it's old. They aren't gonna like. It's not like they're gonna do like a lot of changes to this. It's really make it look nicer for modern platforms, and that's it. All right, I think that's fine. We only got 2 of these fools. So we can do this team up attack. There we go.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
Yeah, this game made people upset when it came out recently. It's like, okay, you guys are a little bit too late to the party. You're probably about 7 years too late to the party to be upset. Ah, shit. Drew blank card, but it's like Final Fantasy VII, the original Final Fantasy VII, in its English localization, they use a certain slur regarding a certain slur that begins with the letter R. Because back then, back in the 90s when it was first translated, you know, it was just sort of like another word meaning stupid. But we have since learned not to really use that word because it's not nice to use. So, like, that word's fell out of style, essentially. But I played the digital version on PS4 back in early 2021. And yeah, it was there. It was still there.
Another enemy down.
Of course, they didn't bring that line back for remake, I know that for sure. Just weird to see how much society changes when you just look back at old media, especially old games like this.
Okay, everything's going according to plan.
But there's also people that just get their underwear in a twist for weird things. They did keep Cloud cross-dressing. In fact, when it was released on PC, Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm pretty sure the first mod of that game I seen was keeping Cloud in that dress all the time. Like Cloud jumping off the train and he's wearing the dress. And it was amazing. I need to play Remake again. I need to stream that again because I think I'm close to the end of that game. And it's just... I'm trying to get back into streaming regularly. Because I just... Last year, there's just a lot of gaps in my stream schedule because I wasn't too focused on it, on streaming, but I kind of want to get Twitch going.
One more. Last one.
Just sort of as a supplement for YouTube. First mod you saw was Tifa restored to her original proportions. Oh, really? I've seen a mod where it's Tifa back in her original outfit. It's really cool. I've also seen a mod where the playable characters are in their PS1 models, so they're very blocky PS1 models, and it's funny. I really need to get that game for PC so I can play with mods. Even though I don't mod a lot of games. I don't think I've really modded too many games. The only game I could think of that I really used a mod for, like, seriously, was Nier Automata, because its original PC release was really shitty. So I downloaded a mod that just sort of made it look a lot better. Your personal favorite mod is... Oh, Buff Tifa. Yeah, Buff Tifa is pretty great too. But yeah, Nier Automata's original PC release was horrible, but They've since released an updated version where it's a lot better and you don't need the mod anymore. But that mod made my old PC chug because I didn't have a good GPU. Like, there's a scene in the late game where you're fighting like one of the late game bosses, and like the frames per second on my PC just slowed to a crawl. It was painful. The powerful one is getting closer. Continue at your own discretion. Oh boy. So we're gonna fight the sub-boss here pretty soon.
3 enemies present. Don't get nervous.
My guy is low on SP because I've been using a lot of it. So I need to be careful. Hell yeah. And I got the crit.
Good job.
And Akihiko gets the crit.
Okay, everything's going according to plan.
Oh yeah, I remembered one BS thing about Persona 3 Portable. The main character can't equip like any weapon like he could in the previous, in FES in the previous versions. He can only use swords. And a little bit of a problem considering in this game the physical skills are split into 3 types. So he can't like wear gloves or use spears or bows. Oh, cool. A katana said to have sliced demons. Okay, I'll take the fancy sword. Oh, good. I thought I wasn't gonna get him. Uh-oh, did Akihiko get a...
Teach it a lesson.
Akihiko got separated from us, we don't have him.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Oh, good, we're gonna knock him down. There we go. Oh, he's weak. Cool. He's weak to slash attacks. Means we get a treasure coin. Oh, we don't get EXP from that? Damn. I thought you got a lot of EXP from the treasure demons, but I guess not. A katana? Ha, what a weeb. I know, right?
3 enemies present. Don't get careless.
It's gonna use fire. Oop. Did not realize I had him trying to use a skill. He doesn't need to use a skill. If you notice, Junpei's using Gut Sword, basically. Like, that's totally Gut Sword from Berserk.
Only one more.
Which is a funny observation. Like, I've never read Berserk or watched any of the animated adaptations. I only know it because a lot of people I know like it. But man, you see its influence like everywhere. It's crazy. It's one of those things.
3 enemies detected. They appear distressed.
Good, they're all distressed. Ah, damn. I was hoping to get a crit on that guy.
Couldn't finish
2
it off.
enemies remain. Don't get careless.
Couldn't finish it off.
Critical hit, there we go.
Good job, Takeba.
That was easy.
I think Persona might be the second most complex RPG but fun you've seen. Yeah, I think it is pretty complex, but it is a lot of fun. Now that I think about it, especially because there's a whole lot more to it than just dungeon crawling. There's a social sim element. So it's like you have to balance being a normal teenager during the day and fighting monsters at night, sort of thing.
3 enemies.
It's a
present.
funny thing.
Don't get careless.
Uh-oh. Nice trying to poison Yukari. You can't do that. That's illegal.
Good to go.
Alright. Junpei's getting all the crits.
Another enemy down.
Good job.
He is the one called Sailor Moon. Yeah.
Couldn't finish it off.
It is like Sailor Moon, isn't it? I was thinking it's kind of like Power Rangers, because they're just like, oh, they're teenagers, they're living their teenage lives, and oh no, a monster attacks and they have to fight the monsters in secret. And Sailor Moon's like that too, because don't they keep their identities a secret even though they don't wear masks or anything? It's like, oh, they wear short skirts. It hides their identity. I don't know. I haven't seen Sailor Moon in 23 years by my estimation. It's not like I actively watched it. It was just on before Dragon Ball Z. Even though I thought the girls were cute.
It escaped, but their strength has decreased.
Oh boy.
An enemy.
Remember the old days when you just watch anime after school? I don't think you can really do that anymore, can you? Like does anime even like air after school anymore? I feel like the only time you can really watch anime on TV is if, like, if you watch Adult Swim and watch the Toonami block. Then again, I think there's a complicated thing regarding like localizations and translations and censorship just to make things more appropriate for younger audiences that had to be done back in the day. Detect 3 shadows in this floor central area. Proceed with caution. I think we need to go heal first before we jump into that fight. So we're gonna go back to the first floor. Nope, not anymore. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's like you can't really show anime like to kids. It's like it's just Toonami on Saturdays, yeah. Cause it's like thanks to like the internet and stuff, we now know, you know, what it's like. We now know what changes they make to like anime. Cause back in the day, back in the 90s and early 2000s, when you had like blocks like Toonami, you know, they'd have to make changes to anime, like they'd have to censor out any blood or sexuality just to make it more appropriate for kids. Even though a lot of those shows were kids shows, it was very much like you had to make them appropriate for kids, because they'd be appropriate for kids in Japan, but not so much kids here in the US, so you had to make some changes, like a character like Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball Z, now he's Hercule. Okay, give her the old lantern so she can read her whatever. Alright. Let's undertake another quest. Let's see, can try to do this one, maybe later. Yeah, we'll do, retrieve the second document. But yeah, it's like, can't really, kids can't really watch anime on weekdays on TV anymore. Because if you really want to watch anime with like no content changes, you pretty much have to watch it on Adult Swim. And kids really shouldn't be watching Adult Swim, but not like that stopped anybody. Sure as hell didn't stop me back in the early 2000s when Adult Swim really when Adult Swim came out and they started airing like anime on Saturdays. And like shows like Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha and other shows like that, you know, that aired during that block at that time. Yeah, those were the days. Won't someone think of the children, FCC worker? Yeah. Then again, I'm sure a lot of parents would complain if they saw like boobs and blood in their children's shows. Sexuality. And yet we let Toonami get away with Mr. Popo on Dragon Ball Z. Then again, nobody really batted an eye, I don't think. Even though looking back at it now, it's like, holy shit. We just literally let this happen, didn't we? We have these tables. This is an interesting shadow design. It's just a table. I'm gonna assume these guys are strong against fire, so just use this move.
That one just won't
sure won't. Ah, crap, he got poisoned.
Persona! Couldn't finish it off.
Everybody's getting poisoned. Holy crap. You can be racist, but you can't show boobs, FCC worker on what's allowed in anime. Exactly. You ain't saying those slurs. Well, you ain't showing those boobs. You can't. I mean,
Alright, good job.
I think people were more, damn it. No, I'm just losing my mind right now. Anyway. Okay. We have poison medicine. Dispoison. Dispoison dat poison. Yeah, but no, it's just like, you can't really show anime like in its uncensored form without making it for adults on TV. I guess.
Akihiko's in danger.
Everybody's in danger. He's in danger. He's in danger. I'm in danger.
Let's go.
I don't know. I kind of miss afternoon blocks of anime.
Not good.
Oh crap.
Takeba's down.
I didn't realize my dude was near death. It's game over if he goes down. And Yukari's knocked out too. I had no idea. What the hell? These guys are wrecking us. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh man. Good thing I saved.
Akihiko's in danger.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, it's game over. Yep.
Come on.
Oh boy. That's a lot of fun. Death is not a hunter unbeknownst to its prey. One is always aware that it lies in wait. Though life is merely a journey to the grave, it must not be undertaken without hope. Only then will a traveler's story live on, treasured by those who bid farewell. But alas, my guest's life has now ended, a tale left unwritten. Okay, Igor. Can retread from the start of the current floor. Hell yeah, we'll do that. Okay. We just have to be smart about this. Okay, tables. Time to turn the tables on tables. Miss the days where you go to school and on Friday nights were new episodes of your favorite cartoons and on Saturday you saw your favorite anime on Toonami. Oh man, those were the days. I remember Cartoon Fridays on Cartoon Network. You had new episodes of like Ed, Nettie, and Johnny Bravo, and Powerpuff Girls.
The enemy is all right. Let's do this.
No, let's not do this, Yukari. That's not a good idea. Oh man.
Attack again.
But now we have streaming services, so we can watch cartoons whenever we want, anime included.
Yes.
That is, if you so choose to, you know, pay for those streaming services. Friday Night Nicktoons. Yeah, I was more of a Cartoon Network guy. But yeah, I mean, I still watched a fair amount of Nickelodeon, of course.
Quick, defeat it.
It's funny because, like, I didn't have cable access until, like, 2000. Like, I didn't watch Cartoon Network through most of the 90s. Like, there was a point in time where I did live in a place where I did have cable. But other than that, it's like,
Couldn't finish it off.
like I missed out on a lot of the 90s shows because I just didn't have cable.
Exploited the enemy's weakness.
So I kind of had to make up for it when I moved to, like, a different state. And then I lived in an area that had cable. So I watched a shit ton of Cartoon Network. It was great because it's like every cartoon was new to me. Like even the old 90s ones. Oh boy. That went a lot easier than than previously. Yeah, the 90s were a weird time for me. Like, I lived in South Korea for like 3 years in the mid-90s. Uh-oh. Okay, so she's trying to talk about the next semi-boss? Okay. Ironically enough, it was in South Korea is when I had cable and when I could watch Cartoon Network.
The enemy's weakness is ice.
Because, when I was living in Washington State,
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep
like,
going.
the late 90s, I didn't live in an area that got cable.
Now's our chance.
So, all of my friends in school would talk about all these cool 90s shows, and I couldn't really watch them. Like, I could still watch things like Kids WB and Fox Kids, so I saw Pokemon, Digimon, and Power Rangers, but otherwise it's just PBS for me. So, yeah. I still watch little kid shows, even though I probably shouldn't have been, but it's not like I could watch anything else. What fruit from the 90s do I miss? Butterfinger BBs, those were good. I have to think. What in the 90s that were around then that aren't around now? I don't know. The 3D Doritos, I think, were one. Those were like weird puff-shaped
Be careful.
Doritos.
Enemies.
Like they were still triangular, but they were like puffs instead of
I'll attempt
chips.
to analyze the enemy.
kind of like triangle Cheetos. Ah, boy, what else was there? Weirdly enough, I don't remember. Oh no, oh. I'll say this, I miss going to the video rental store and renting a Nintendo 64 game. Oh boy. Yeah, I miss renting Nintendo 64 cartridges because it's like, you could see, like, other people's progress on them. Like, you'd rent, like, Zelda, and, you'll see someone's save file, and they'll be, like, pretty far along in the game. Oh, man. Yeah, that's one thing that we've missed out on when it came to, disc-based games, because, yeah, sure, video rental stores were around with, disc-based media being prominent. But, we couldn't see, like, other people's progress, obviously. But this also meant that you got a fresh new start every time you rented a game. So, there's that. No boy. I feel like that the old internet cartoon 90s Nick. Remember the 90s? The 90s were so much better. Everything was better in the 90s. That's me right now. Except everything wasn't better in the 90s. The internet sucked in the 90s. You couldn't live stream video games. You couldn't record videos of yourself playing video games and putting them on the internet.
Yes, the enemy is vulnerable.
Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
But there's lots of cool things about the 90s too. I don't know. I guess I see both sides of the issue. I do love me the Nintendo 64 though, that much I will say. You couldn't look up facts when you're stuck on a level. Yeah, you had to ask a friend at school. Totally.
I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Yeah, you couldn't look up like a YouTube video. It's like, oh my god, how do I do this? How do I get this part? How do I do this part?
Iori, pull. The enemy is weak against electricity.
Weak against electricity. Yeah. Yeah, it's like playing through games is a lot easier because you can just look up a walkthrough. Like, someone will have a walkthrough up pretty much day one, almost. So, That's the neat thing about gaming these days. Like, it's not too bad. Like, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine, like, a Soulsborne game being released in the 90s and people just struggling? It's like nowadays you can go on the internet and find, like, builds if you're really stuck. Like, what build do you need to beat this area? What build do you need to really get through this game? Even though games were hard back in the day as well. So, I don't know, maybe they would have gotten through games like Elden Ring. If there was like a 90s Elden Ring, you could probably get through it okay if you had the balls to. Or if Bloodborne PSX was a real PS1 game back in the day.
Enemy detected. Strike Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
That's a game I wanted to try, is Bloodborne PSX, but I haven't played through the original Bloodborne yet. I've only played a little bit. Bloodborne's pretty cool. I had a good time playing Bloodborne. I only played through like the first hour or so of it though. But I had fun.
That one just won't die.
One enemy remains.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
Oh, excuse me. Oh boy, I'm tired. I don't know why I'm tired. It's a Saturday. I guess I have been going kind of hard with my video content recently. Excuse me. Hiccup right there. But if a Souls game was released in the 90s, the amount of rumors of lore will be exponential on the playground. Oh, dude. There'd be so many kids lying. Like, you know those kids back in the 90s that would just lie about video games. If you do this, this thing will happen. If you, I'm trying to think of a popular one that I heard. Did you know that Mew was a playable character in Super Smash Bros? You have to beat it on very hard. I heard that once, or something like that. Someone told me that Mew was a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Oh god. I don't know what it was about lying about video games that everyone did. But it was just a thing that kids did. But these days, you know, games are pretty much hacked. Just for the sake of looking at what's inside, looking at the code and all the unused content, and possibly future content that needs to get DLC or whatever.
The enemy is.
So it's like you can't lie about video games anymore. I think some games still have hoaxes, but for the most part, it's like, yeah, there's no more lying about games anymore, which isn't a bad thing.
Hang in there.
Nah, man. Junpei is going to die. Okay. Miss cheat codes. I also miss cheat codes. Like, put in this cheat and unlock something. Now it's like, you want this unlocked? Be really good at the game? Or give us $5. Oh man. Especially in the days of online gaming. Like you're not gonna get like cheat codes that make you invincible. Because otherwise that's considered hacking and you get banned for that, which that's not a bad thing, obviously. You have to ban the hackers. But still. I got Inugami, I got Korone. Cool. I got the long dog. Anyway, some of these guys are hurting real bad. Akihiko, can you heal them? Okay, then Yukari can do the rest. Alright. Gaming was such a different beast back in the day. Now you have all these free-to-play games with microtransactions. Uh-oh, there's a lot of shadows here.
One enemy detected.
This guy is weak against wind and electricity.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
And as Akihiko says, he's been waiting for this. Still a toughie because you can't instantly defeat him with all-out attack.
How do you like the new me?
It was fun. Those were fun days.
One enemy remains.
Like, I saw a video on Facebook, somebody posted, it was just the intro to Diddy Kong Racing. I think that was the first game I ever owned that had, like, cheat codes. That was actually the second game I ever owned after Super Mario 64, and there was, like, a bunch of cheat codes. Like, there was one where you could play, like, the single-player, like, story mode co-op. And then there was one where you could make all the balloons, like, a certain color so you can only get certain power-ups. Oh, man. I remember one time when I was playing Diddy Kong Racing, I don't know what happened to my cartridge, but I suddenly had like a lot of things unlocked that I didn't have unlocked before. Like I had the last like little level unlocked, Future Funland, even though I hadn't gotten there legitimately yet. But every time I played like, tried to play like story mode, get the cutscene of the big whiz pig face laughing at you. I think it was like some sort of glitch or something that happened with the game. Maybe I tilted the cartridge accidentally. Some weird shit went on, but it was like a weird little secret I found out. It's like, oh, something happened to this game cartridge. All of a sudden, you have access to the late game content, but only if this glitch happens. And then then I turned the game off and turned it back on again, and I didn't have all the late game content anymore. It's like a weird little fever dream that I had, but I swear to God it was real. It's a crazy time. I don't know. Feels like games were, especially as a kid, I just thought video games were just full of mystery. It's like, you don't know what's inside.
Be careful.
And these days, it's like, oh, I do know what's inside. I can look it up online and find out if there is or isn't something in a particular game. It's crazy. I guess what I'm trying to say is I kind of miss the era of lying about video games on the playground, because nobody really knew better. There was no internet, not a really big hacking scene to disprove or prove people. I just remember when video games were full of mystery, and they were like these epic, wonderful experiences, and of course they still are for me, but it's just that I have a greater knowledge of how video games work, so it's like, there's not that much mystery anymore, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I guess it's one of the things about being an adult. You know how the world works?
3 enemies to Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Oh man.
Yes, excellent attack.
All right, good job.
I know what's inside most games. A day 1 patch, system update patch, no booklet, and of course DLC. Yeah, that's pretty much every game.
Another enemy defeated. Good job.
There's no instruction manuals anymore. That's also a thing. Like, the instruction manuals would have, like, little story excerpts to tell you the story of the game. Especially for all those older games that really had no story.
Use it often.
And I also miss, like, how old game manuals would have illustrations. Because, like, the games themselves couldn't display what the characters were supposed to look like properly. Like, back in the sprite-based games and, you know, even early 3D games, because the early 3D models couldn't really represent what they were trying to go for. So you had, like, illustrations in the manual to show you this is what this character's supposed to look like. Of course, come, like, the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox era, you didn't have that problem anymore. Pretty much, so.
2 distressed enemies detected.
Still miss game manuals, though. I don't remember what the last game I had that had a manual. What's the last game that I owned that had a manual? I don't know.
Good. I've been waiting for this.
Because manuals were good. It's like, you get to read up on a game and know what to do before going into it. But I guess, to be fair, these games have, like, tutorials. Like, or they'll ease you into it with, you know, explicitly telling you what to do at certain moments by showing button prompts. I know some people don't like that. I don't think it's a totally bad thing. If done right, it's not a bad thing. But it's like... God, miss manuals. If a game does have a manual, it's digital. Analyzing the enemy during battle? I am, but you keep taking too long to do it, Mitsuru. I'm certain it'll help you to defeat them. If not, you'll surely have greater difficulty winning. Well, again, Mitsuru, you have... Analyzing takes one turn in this game. So it's not like I can do it instantaneously. A lot of the time I just do a lot of guesswork. And I figure it out on my own.
3 enemies present. Don't get
This is a huge game library. You could be playing the PS2 for the rest of your life. Same with the GameCube. Oh man. I wish I didn't sell off most of my PS2 library, and I wish I didn't sell like a lot of games in my GameCube library. Because used games are hella expensive these days. It's crazy.
3
Yeah,
enemies
like,
remain.
some games cost like a new game for a modern platform. It's just insane
Let me pitch in.
how expensive games are, used games are. The old classic games, especially the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox era. I feel like those games have really gone up in price in the used games market. And the COVID lockdowns are partly to blame for that, because you have everyone stuck inside. They need something to do. A lot of them buy some old consoles they used to own, buy some of the games they used to own. Nah. I just wish games were cheaper. Used and new, but everything's getting expensive. That's just how it is these days. Alrighty. Really shouldn't be wasting my SP like this. No, Akihiko.
You attacked the enemy's weak
chance for an all-out attack. Let me at him.
Good boy. I saw a copy of Silent Hill 2 with the greatest hits cover, and it's 150 bones. Saw MVC 2 in the half-price books for 130. Holy crap, man, that's really bad. It really sucks because I don't think you can get like MVC 2 digitally anymore. I know that was on like Xbox Live Arcade, but I think they took it off, so it's not on there anymore, which really sucks. Really need to bring these games to modern platforms. Well, I know they were remaking Silent Hill 2, aren't they? Was it 2 they were remaking, or was it the first one? The one with the guy and his wife. I didn't play it, so I don't know.
Just won't die. Still alive.
3 enemies remain.
Please hit.
Takeba has defeated an enemy.
Oh man. Yes, they are. The Silent Hill 2? Okay. It does mean, unfortunately, the classic Silent Hill 2 would
Don't get careless.
will still probably remain expensive. I don't know if they'll re-release the older version on modern platforms, but at least there's the remake. At least with the Resident Evil 4 remake, hopefully they keep the classic one up on digital platforms. Ah, crap, blank card. That's Sonic Punch. Ooh, excuse me. I'll be yawning.
2 distressed enemies detected.
Heard they're remaking Persona 3, which would be interesting. This game probably could use a remake, though, honestly. I know they just re-released Portable on Steam, but just bring over... Yeah, just like bring over 3. Put it in like the Persona 5 engine. They sort of did. It's the... oh yeah, the Silent Hill HD collection. Yeah, I heard that sucks, so... Wasn't there a problem with that? which is why it sucks so bad. I don't know much about Silent Hill. I only played a little bit of Silent Hill 3, so I don't know too much about it and what's gone wrong with it. Like, I heard there's something that went wrong, which is why the HD collection is just crap. Funny enough, Persona 3 and 4 on the PS3 store. Oh yeah, that is right. That is on there. Like, I think that's like the original PS2 versions. Well, I think, was it Fest that's on Persona 3 Fest that's on the PS3 store? I think it might be. I have an original PS2 copy of Persona 4, and I borrowed Fest from my sister. She has that on PS2.
It seems to have
Golden is definitely the way to go with Persona 4, though, I'd say. At least I enjoyed the changes that they made for Golden.
The enemy is vulnerable.
But then I'm kind of mixed when it comes to Persona 3. Like, part of me prefers Fest for the amount of content that they still have and didn't have to take out, but there's a bunch of quality of life fixes in
2 enemies remain.
Portable.
Don't get careless.
Like the ability to manually control your party members, because my god, sometimes the AI had no idea what they were doing. Ah, crap. They keep missing Hulk Hogan. He's standing right there. Main problem was Konami was looking for a good copy of Silent Hill 2 and they couldn't find it. Until they found a copy of the company. Unfortunately, it was a test disc, so while it had the assets, it wasn't the best. Oh man. Konami fucking up? Who knew?
You struck the enemy's weak
Been waiting for this.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Konami. They have a hard time getting their shit together, it feels like. And the treatment of their former employees is despicable. Let's be real. What they did to Kojima. Speaking of Kojima, I really need to play Death Stranding. I have it. I played a little bit of it, but not too much of it. Because the sequel's going to come out, and so I need to really play it. And I know it's honestly kind of a slog, but people have a love-hate relationship with that game. It's like, this game is great, but I don't recommend it.
fire is effective. Do you have
In fact, they have Castlevania NFTs. Holy crap, really? They did that shit to Castlevania? God damn.
You attacked the enemy's
Me personally,
Do this.
I'm waiting for more Mystical Ninja games. Anyone play Mystical Ninja starring Goemon on the N64?
Struck the enemy's
Here's our
weak.
That's a classic.
All-out attack.
It's aged like milk a little, but it's pretty good. Especially on Castlevania's anniversary. Oh man, that's horrible. Making an NFT. I don't know, it feels like Japan's more favorable to NFTs. I think I noticed more Japanese creators embrace it more. Even so, it still kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna pay money for a JPEG and hope it's worth more. Nah. Oh man. It's crazy how NFTs took off, but I don't really hear too much about them anymore. I think a lot of people have spoken their mind about it. That's probably why I don't hear about it so much, because I mean, there's creators that are going to insist that NFTs are the future, and then there's going to be those that are be like, okay, NFTs aren't popular, we're not going to touch it.
We did it.
That said, I still think NFTs suck. I don't like them at all. If I ever get into NFTs, you have permission to call me a dink, because I will be. Mystical Ninja, JT, you really are the internet's strongest soldier. Bruh, I fucking love Mystical Ninja. Dude, actually one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games of all time was the sequel to Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, which is Goemon's Great Adventure, which is a really fun game. And that game would really be popular among my friends too. Like, I'd show that game off to friends, because, of course, it's a pretty obscure game. and it's a game that I just happened to get on a whim. Like my parents just got it for me one Christmas. I didn't even ask for that game. They just got it for me.
3 enemies.
And
We're at a disadvantage.
that game is just amazing. It just one of those games that really sticks with you even after all these years.
Yukari has defeated an enemy.
That was my introduction to the Mystical Ninja franchise. And of course, I saw, you know, the previous game, Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, in a video rental store sometime after, and I rented that game a lot too. I will say the only thing that I didn't like about those games is that it required the controller pack to save the data, and I didn't have one originally as a kid. Wouldn't be until after a little while, which I got like a controller pack. My parents got me one, so I could save my data on those games. But man,
2 enemies detected.
that's the first time I needed a memory card for a game. Nope. Wasn't totally fun, but of course,
One more.
the GameCube and PS2 eras sort of got used to that idea. And then I got a Wii, and that had an internal hard drive, so didn't really need anything for that. Had an SD card though, but I didn't need to have one. My bro left for college. He left his Xbox 360 and had gotten to Lost Odyssey, the best non-Final Fantasy RPG for the Xbox 360. Ooh boy, I might have to check that one out. I've only heard the title. I don't know much about it,
3
but
enemies detected. Strike first.
you know, can't really think of many Xbox 360 JRPGs that aren't multi-platform, like Final Fantasy 13, I think. That was multi-platform. The one with the hallways. I think my sister has like Lightning Returns. Which I think that's like the sequel to that, isn't it? But my sister doesn't have an Xbox 360, so it's really among my collection.
They won't give up.
So
1 enemy remains.
I have it. I've never played it, but I have it. Yeah, there's still some Xbox 360 games that I have that I've never played. I think my sister got me Portal 2 for Christmas one year for the Xbox 360, and I've never played it. Played Portal, the original Portal. It's good. You should. It's got 4 discs. Music composed by the one and only Nobuo Uematsu. It's got a cool story. Oh boy. Hope I could find it for an affordable price. And Mitsuru is talking about the sub-boss that's somewhere up in the higher floors. Mitsuru is talking about her,
3 enemies present. Don't get careless.
about how she's starting to feel useless because she can't scan the above floors.
You struck
Because
the
you know
enemy.
which party member we're getting next after this. Well, actually, we're getting 2 technically.
You struck the enemy's
All
weak
right,
point.
good job.
So it's sort of setting us up for when that happens, I guess. For when the new party member shows up. Ah, crap. Oh no, it's getting up. Oh, great.
Yukari
Oh,
is in danger. Akihiko has defeated an enemy.
Please hit.
Takeba has defeated an enemy.
uh-oh. It hit Akihiko's weak spot. Ah, but he missed.
One more.
Be careful. Iori is severely injured.
Ah, that'll be fine. Check this out.
Here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here.
I will say one thing about Persona 3 that perplexes me a little is your teammates' type weaknesses. Because usually, if they're of a certain element, like the opposing element will be their weakness. Like the fire Persona user will be weak against ice, and the electricity Persona user will be weak against wind. But that's not the case here. Junpei, who uses fire, is weak against wind, and Akihiko, who uses lightning, is weak against ice. I think Yukari is still weak against electricity, so that's still consistent for her. This is kind of weird how they do it in this game. My dudes are getting weak. I probably need to find an access point and heal. Alrighty. Treasure. We'll note one thing about this game. Doesn't look like your teammates get tired in the middle of a run. At least I've not noticed that. They'll only get tired like till after you leave Tartarus. Which I guess is a good thing if you want to try to explore all the floors and that you can in one night. But it's just, I don't know. I don't think there's ever going to come a time where I'm not.
Two left.
All right, good job.
Oh shit. Something happened to my stream? Oh, goodness me. Okay. For those of you watching the VOD and YouTube, my stream disconnected. Am I back? Okay, something happened to my stream. It looks like I lost connection, but I am back. Yeah. Oh boy, that's not good. But funny thing, I am recording this at the same time that I am streaming, so just gonna look weird when I upload this on YouTube. A little. Everything. I'm just checking to make sure I'm okay. Am I still live? Okay, I am live. I think. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay. Ah, damn it. I'm running into issues. I keep disconnecting and reconnecting. Give me a sec. I'm sorry. Okay, if I keep having issues, I might end early, but, my internet sucks. I'm just gonna let you guys know that right now. I've got a new router, because I was running into an issue. For some reason, my internet would disconnect at like 2:45, 2:30, 2:45 every day. Why that time, I have no idea, but that's what my router would do. So we got a new router for the house that's more stable, but my internet speeds are god-awfully slow. And it sort of raised questions of whether or not streaming would be viable for me. That said, so far, I really haven't run into any issues until tonight of me, having issues. Yeah, I need to find out what's going on. It's... because uploading videos takes longer than it used to as well. Like a video that might take me, I don't know, half an hour, will take me a full hour now. And uploading some of these stream VODs, I mean, I basically have to leave my PC on overnight just to make sure, you know, it goes up, and it's like, oh, it's kind of a pain in the ass now, so I'm sorry for any of these stream issues. Hopefully none of you have left me, and if you have, I perfectly understand. I perfectly do. If the stream ever dips in quality, just know that my internet is not the greatest. And you know, maybe I'll try to get to the bottom of this, try to find out if there's anything I can do to good-in my internet. I guess. Really just... because these internet speeds just drive me crazy. I mean, like, even general internet browsing is a pain in the ass now sometimes. So I hope I don't run into too many more issues. All I've done tonight so far is just explore Tartarus. I'd like to do... well, I guess the Tartarus stuff is the more entertaining stuff. The dungeon crawling is always more fun than the social sim stuff. at least in my opinion.
The enemy has recovered.
But it's like, really want to show off more of this game.
He's in danger.
Ah, crap. Junpei's weak. I need to heal him.
Hang in there.
Alright.
3 enemies.
Okay,
remain.
Akihiko. You need to see the power of friendship. Yeah, exactly. Because the social sim stuff and the dungeon crawling stuff definitely go hand in hand, obviously, because it's only through the social sim stuff.
Good job, Akihiko. 2 left.
Senpai.
Like, you have to level up your social links to fuse powerful personas, and there's some that you can only obtain by maxing out a social
Pull
link.
yourself together.
And if I ever want to fight the Reaper, I'm gonna need to max out, like, one just to get, like, the persona I need. Need to see who the waifu will be? Yeah. Who is my waifu gonna be? I don't know.
Please hit.
I romanced Yukari when I played Fest, and I might go for Yukari again, because I do like her a lot. But Mitsuru is also bae. Just saying. And Fuka is cute. Decisions. All I know is that I'll try to make streaming of this game a regular thing and try to get to the end of it. But I probably won't keep streaming this game twice a week. Because I've been trying to stream like twice a week, like Fridays and Saturdays now. I still haven't really firmed up what my streaming schedule will be. Because I don't know if I want to change which day I stream or whatever. Yeah, I need to find an access point and heal my dudes. But anyway, I am going to try to stream regularly and not have like months-long gaps between streaming. Persona JoJo Fridays. Ooh.
2 enemies detected. Strike first.
Yeah. Because I definitely want to play more of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Elden Ring.
2 enemies
And there's some
remain.
other games I want to stream too that's really more fitting for a live stream format as opposed to a Let's Play. Like, one game I want to stream is Sifu, because Sifu's a really good game, and I really got into that game. It's pretty great. It's hard as hell, but it's great.
Who's the man?
So, one question I've been having is, when do I want to upload my stream VODs? Because I'm, of course, doing YouTube Let's Play content alongside streaming. And I'm putting both, like, my stream VODs and Let's Plays on the same channel. So I'm trying to figure out how to schedule them.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Because, yeah, I just have to think about it. I can't really talk about it right now because I just straight up
1
don't know.
enemy remains.
But there's something I'm thinking about.
Just won't die.
Oh boy, I'm burping. Excuse me. I'm gassy. Drinking soda. Soda isn't good for me. I shouldn't be drinking it, but here I am. All right. Got a saber. I think it's weaker than my current sword though, so just gonna have to sell that one. I wonder if try to see if there's an access point on this floor so I can just leave. There might not be one. Is it Mountain Dew? No, it's
3
Coca-Cola.
enemies present.
I don't
get
have
careless.
Mountain Dew. I can't do the dew right now. I don't have the gamer soda, sorry. Could go for some Mountain Dew though.
Jeez,
Because
that
I'm
was fast.
Cherry Coke? No, original. Classic flavor.
2 enemies remain. Don't get careless.
Here's our chance.
Let's just attack this weak one.
Only 1 left.
That was a close
Remember
one.
one time a few years ago, me and my family, we took a trip to the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, Georgia. It's pretty great. You get to see all these Coke stuff, Coca-Cola stuff. Then there's like this place where you has like all these sodas from all these like Coca-Cola owned sodas from different parts of the world that you could drink. There's one called Beverly. I don't remember which country it's based out of, but it's a soda that was owned by Coca-Cola and it tasted horrible. It's like a challenge people did to just taste it. I don't even know how to describe that taste other than it was just not good. Okay. Kind of want to heal up my dudes before facing off against the big shadow over there. And of course, Coca-Cola was available at World of Coke.
Be careful. There are
At that
four
drinking
enemies.
floor. And yes, that's where I stand on the whole Coke versus Pepsi debate. I'm a Coke fiend. I'm a Coke addict.
Takeba is frozen. Cover her.
You could say. I don't know. I used to hate Pepsi as a kid. I don't mind it too much nowadays. Now that when I got older, but
Yukari has defeated an
yeah,
enemy.
I used to just refuse to drink Pepsi as a kid. I thought it tasted like soap.
Couldn't defeat it.
One enemy remains.
But Pepsi isn't too bad. It's just I'd rather have Coke. Even though really I should not be drinking soda anymore. Just not good for me. Try to cut my soda consumption, honestly. Some USSR general or high-ranking member liked Coca-Cola so much he asked if he could have it clear so his comrades wouldn't see him drink the American beverage. It's freedom. That's why the USSR collapsed. They wanted the Coca-Cola. Ronald Reagan went, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And the general said, yes, please do. I want the Coke.
Don't get careless.
And Coke did it for him.
Two enemies remain.
Please hit.
Don't get careless.
Couldn't defeat it.
Mabufu. Oh god.
Akihiko's in danger.
We are in dire straits right now.
Excellent
One
attack.
more.
But I think we'll be fine.
Akihiko is dizzy.
We really need to find the access point, though.
Couldn't defeat it.
Cokes and Big Macs tore down the Berlin Wall, but you won't read that in the history books. Dude, Ronald McDonald was there with a sledgehammer tearing down that wall. He wanted to unify Germany. To give them Big Macs and soda. I wonder if we could, wait, oh crap, I want them to
Every
split up. There we go.
spread out and proceed individually.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I guess we're fighting. Against the wheel.
One enemy detected.
I can do it.
I should just heal everybody. Fuck it.
Here's our chance for an
As soon as we're done with this. It's like, God, these guys are hurting right now.
Many of the others are injured. Heal them.
They'll be fine. We just need to kick this guy's ass. He'll go down.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now!
Be aware that Akihiko is severely injured.
You, me, and everyone else.
Good strike.
Here's our
This-
chance.
oh,
Let's get him.
he and everyone else, rather.
Here, you
Because I'm not injured. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm running my team ragged right now. Getting that sword. Alright. First up, we are gonna heal up. All jokes aside, we are close to death. Oh, I have a chewing soul. Okay. And a snuff soul. That... If I had known I had that lying around. Oh well. You live and you learn.
3 enemies present. Don't get careless. The enemy is vulnerable.
Anyway, use fire on these guys.
Yes, excellent attack.
Now's our chance.
Excellent consecutive attacks.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
Oh boy, excuse me. Sorry for the silence there. Sort of took a yawn. Needed a yawn. I'm a yawny boy right now. Excuse me, have to adjust myself in my seat. There we go. Alright. Alright, that's right. Yeah, they're splitting up. Okay. Let's explore over here. Wait. Let's regroup.
Everyone, return to the leader.
The leader is me! There we go. JT, you're pretty cool. I would invite you for pizza rolls and Tony Hawk's Underground back in the day. Oh man, that'd be great.
One enemy
I never
detected.
played any of the
Strike
Tony
first.
Hawk games. Because I wasn't into pro skating. But I really should have. Really should have checked them out. Because those are
One enemy
those are
remains.
such 90s video games. Like, pro skateboarding is such a 90s thing. That's why Rocket Power was a show back in the day. Like, do you think they'd ever make a show like Rocket Power these days? I think kids are too fat and lazy. They won't skateboard.
One enemy detected. Roger.
Then again, skateboarding for me was one of those things where it's like, tried it once, fell on my ass, never again.
We did it.
It would just be hoverboards. Would it be like Back to the Future hoverboards or the modern hoverboards where it's like you have wheels? I don't even know how you describe it. Like a Segway without the handles. Remember the Segway? Then the guy that created modern
Be
day.
careful. There are 4
Yeah,
enemies.
those aren't as extreme as skateboards though. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe they are and I just don't know.
Three remain.
Get him.
But yeah, just thinking about the Segway. How that was a thing. But then the guy that created the Segway fell off the cliff on a Segway. Which is a weird thing that actually happened. I'm pretty sure that's why Segways aren't popular anymore. I think enough times passed where I could be lighthearted about it. Still an unfortunate thing, don't get me wrong. It's just... who would have thought? That's how the CEO of the Segway company, the inventor of the Segway, whoever, would pass. He died on his own device. Oh boy. There's this... Oh crap! I tried to poke him in the ass, but he turned around too fast and slapped me.
Surprise attack.
Oh boy. Hey, you leave poor Akihiko alone. Stop
Akihiko's
slapping
in
him.
danger.
Hang in there.
There we go, we heal him. And Junpei's recovered? Okay. Time to burn him up, Junpei. Don't miss.
Free to go.
You're better than I thought.
Slap, slap, slap. Clap,
Another
clap, clap.
enemy down.
Good to go.
It's a movie!
Yukari defeated
Jimmy
another
Neutron was a
enemy.
good
Only
better
one
than I
movie and show. It's funny because I watched the show before I watched the movie. So just like looking, like I knew that the movie came out first because I remember seeing it promoted like hell back in the day. It's just kind of weird to see like all these early character designs, like Jimmy Neutron wore shorts. Yes, we are returning to the entrance. We are way too banged up. We are going to heal. Alright, and we need to save because you can never save enough. Maybe do some Persona fusions before we proceed onward to more Tartarus. Would you believe that Bulby was voiced by Phil Lamar? I actually knew that, yeah. Phil Lamar's hella talented. He's a really talented guy. Alright. Ah, these are too strong. Let's see. Pyrojack or Gur. Oh god. Just remember Gur from fucking Invader Zim. The only reason why I don't like Gur is because I knew a lot of obnoxious kids, and by kids I mean teenagers from when I was in high school that just really liked Invader Zim. They liked that high-pitched robot screeching. Honestly, I was not a fan of Invader Zim, so I think that also colors my dislike for the character. Well, I guess I don't hate the character, it's just obnoxious girls. I mean, there's some dudes too, so it wasn't just girls, but yeah, I'd say a good number of them were female. Just this robot with this high-pitched voice going, "I like tacos." I can't really do that voice because I can't. But yeah, not a fan. I am not a fan. Oh man. I both miss and don't miss the obnoxious Hot Topic teenage culture thing. Just realized I need to register my personas. For me, it was mainly girls that did that, plus they were the reason why you didn't get to Bleach or Inuyasha. I watched a little bit of Bleach, but none of them scared me away from Bleach, but Inuyasha... I don't think anything really scared me away from Inuyasha. I just thought it was I didn't really like it. I think a lot of the dialogue felt repetitive. Like, I swear to God, they say the words full-fledged demon way too much. It's like, can you just say full demon or complete demon? Just, you know, mix it up a bit. But full-fledged demon, we gotta get the shard to the jewel to be the full-fledged demon. It's like, come on, I get it, full-fledged demon. I feel like I get the twitchy eye these days if I hear the words full-fledged demon. We will replace this one. Jack Frost, yeah, update him. Angel, oh, definitely update him. Alrighty. Got a good collection of Persona so far. Alright, but we'll leave. I think we're done here. Yeah, but I did know some obnoxious anime fangirls back in the day. Like, when I was a junior in high school, that's like the only time I joined a club, and I joined the Japanese Culture Club, but... they should have called it the Anime Club, because that's what it was. We didn't talk about Japanese culture, we talked about anime. And, yeah. That club didn't last long because, the president of the club got mad and just, quit. So the club just dissolved that year. What's your favorite anime? You were Samurai Champloo and Space Dandy? I don't know what my favorite anime would be. Actually, I think my current favorite anime that I like is One Punch Man. I think that's a funny show, and I just I just really like Saitama and how
Enemy
he's
is weak against
like this really strong guy, but he's also constantly bored because nobody challenges him.
the enemy is vulnerable.
Had an actual anime club in your high school, didn't last long.
One more.
They're just temperamental people. These quirky anime girls that just can't handle the responsibility.
You exploited the enemy's weakness.
I had a buddy who was part of that club, and he
Yes.
talked me into
The
joining,
enemy is
Our
vulnerable.
chance for an all-out
and so I did.
Let me at him.
And then the club reformed like our senior year, but I just didn't want to go. And a lot of that had to do because I just wasn't into anime as I was back then, or am now. Like I kind of had a little bit of a anti-anime phase, like my late teens, early 20s, and then I watched One Punch Man that got me back into it. Lack of members and funding? Oh wow. I guess that would do a club in. For me, it was just the club president just being a little temperamental. I mean, she's alright, but she was, quirky anime girl trying to be responsible and
Roger. I'll attempt to
Not.
analyze the enemy.
what are these guys weak to again? Lightning? I don't remember. Nah, okay.
Three enemies remain.
Well, I should have joined more after-school clubs, now that I think about it. Because I heard it all the time. You should join after-school clubs. It's more appealing to
The enemy's weakness is eyes. Use
college
it often.
entrance people. Whatever you call them. But there wasn't a lot that appealed to me back then. I kind of wish I wasn't so apathetic about stuff back in the day, but it's also like, what really was there? I think the only other club I had interest in was the film club, where everyone just watched movies and stuff, and I don't know, I kind of wish I joined that. I think I just didn't because I kind of missed the boat on joining it. I don't know. I'm trying not to think too much about of what could have been in high school, because really, it's much too late to think about that. I know some guys that just don't stop thinking about it, but it's like, yeah, there's got to be a time where you just have to stop thinking about it, and I mostly have. Embarrassing secret time, you're captain of the Quiz Bowl team, which is like academic decathlon. Well, I mean, you were captain of a team, so that's a thing. That's a good thing.
Two enemies
I wouldn't be
remain.
ashamed of that.
It seems to have.
Please hit. This thing won't
It's
give up.
sure it's not like captain of the track team or whatever, but it's, I mean,
Couldn't finish it off.
I wouldn't be ashamed of that either. At least you did something. I did nothing.
One more.
One more.
Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, oh, my dude's about to die.
Don't overdo it.
Alright, critical hit. She shot Hulk Hogan in the dick. Remember when there was that Hulk Hogan sex tape? And, Gawker put it online? They wouldn't delete it. And I think you and I both know what happened from there. Hulkamania ran wild on Gawker. And they are no more. Though some people blame the fact that it's that one rich conservative guy funded it, but I don't know. Find it funny how you need to channel the spirit of an Xbox Live chat room to summon your persona. Yeah, it's what you gotta do. Oh boy.
Be careful. There are 4 enemies.
I think it's kind of wacky how personas have to be summoned by Holding a gun-like device to your head and pulling the trigger.
You couldn't defeat it.
Then again, I guess a lot of the Persona users have their own ways of summoning their personas. It's kind of a wacky way to summon theirs. Junpei, you keep missing, my friend.
Yes, excellent attack.
Get him!
Another enemy down.
Alrighty.
There's only one left.
Oh boy, how long have I been streaming? Almost 2 hours, okay. I had a late start. I started streaming around 8:30, a little after 8:30, which is an hour later than I'd like to start streaming on a particular day. But it's better than Naruto where you bite yourself till you bleed on the scroll. Ooh, ew. That's nasty. It's like blood magic. I don't know if blood magic uses blood. But there's some bleeding.
2 distressed enemies detected.
Yeah, Naruto was a popular anime
Attack again.
back in high school. I think that was like the only anime that I would watch like
Last one!
the Japanese version with subtitles.
This thing won't give up.
One enemy.
Because
remains.
usually, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I'm just gonna say it. I do like dubs. I do. And a lot of that has to do with me and my inability to just sit and pay attention for a long time. So it's like if I watch an anime dubbed, I don't have to quote unquote watch all the time. I could take my eyes away from the screen for a little bit, do something else. Maybe I'll work on something like art, and I could still pay attention to the show. Whereas if I'm watching something subbed, I obviously, since I don't speak Japanese, I have to keep my eyes on the screen at all times.
3 enemies. The enemies.
So I was never much of a subs watcher. Which is, I realize, is something that in certain nerd spheres is basically like, it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yes. The enemy is vulnerable. Attack.
Space Dandy and Samurai Champloo have dubs. I mean, they were on
My turn!
Adult Swim, so I know that they're in English. I should watch those shows, though. I also really need to watch Cowboy Bebop. Like, seriously sit down and watch that show. Because I only seen, like, the occasional episodes, and I'll be into it, but I just never taken the plunge and really sat down and watched that show, because actually sitting down and trying to watch a show, to me, is a little bit, like, I don't like doing that. At least I avoid doing that. It's because just the thought of sitting down and watching something is daunting. Like I've meant to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I've still never seen that show. It's just the idea of just trying to get into another show is...
Don't get careless.
It's like, it gets to be a lot, just thinking about it. But once I get into a show, I'll be like, into it. It just depends, some dubs are better, like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, and DBZ. But you don't get the JoJo magic if you watch dubs because Japanese English is awesome. I know they have to make some changes to the stand names and the English dub simply because of copyright reasons. So you are missing out on that too if you go with the dubs. I think that's the case. It's kind of crazy. Excuse me. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy how, like, I know in JoJo, some of the stands are like named after like music, songs, and bands and things. Changing Limo Lip Biscuit to Flaccid Pancake is funny.
Surprise attack.
Yeah, they have to go with the next best thing. Who are these weak to again?
Can you?
Electricity.
4 enemies remain. Stay cautious.
Did not realize how much of the stream would be spent in Tartarus.
Amazing, Senpai!
But then again, the Tartarus floors are going to be longer and longer the further we go into the game, so
Here's our chance.
I don't know if we'll get to the social sim parts of this stream, honestly.
Do it again!
But at least that's a good thing if I only do Tartarus this episode, so I get this out of the way. Oh yeah, Junpei's down. That's why he's not joining us. Oh boy, excuse me. Yawning a lot. Personal favorite is D4C. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. They changed the filthy acts commission at a fair wage. Oh god. It's like they ran the names through a thesaurus. It was like, oh, you have to change it to this.
3 enemies detected. Strike first.
Oh man,
There are 2 left.
that's fun. Filthy acts.
Only 1 left.
That's the last one.
Lame.
1 enemy remains.
I couldn't finish it off.
Oh man,
Did it.
Malachite. Have all this material. I probably wonder what all this material I'll be using. Wait, I think all the material that they drop now, they're like stuff we use at the special store that opens up later in the game. I think for when you can
The enemy is weak
transform
against
personas into weapons. I think that's what these items are for. I think they're also used for Elizabeth's quest.
My turn.
How about no, Junpei? I'm trying to knock him down. But some subs kept the stance close like Crazy Diamond. That turned into Shining Diamond.
Yeah, that's
better.
You attack
They didn't change it to like
pitch in.
Insane Jewel or something.
Yes, the enemy
Here's
is
a
vulnerable.
chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a.
Ooh, ooh. Remember back in the day when there was something changed in an anime's dub? It was done for content reasons, just to make it appropriate for kids, and not done for ideological reasons. Well, I guess that's not even limited to anime, it's like games too. Ah, those were the
3
days.
enemies. Can you use? You exploited the enemy's weakness.
Excuse me. Had
Attack
a big
again.
yawn right there.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm tired. Tomorrow I have to make sure I don't really do much.
Exploited the enemy's
I've
weakness.
been waiting for this.
I have to take it easy tomorrow. I've been going way too hard on, well, everything. I have to pace myself better. Favorite JoJo fact, there's a stand called Hey Ya, and its ability is providing positive emotional support. It just whispers, you got this, and you can do it, and it helps his user win a race. Oh man. Like, what's the most useless stand? Like, what's the most useless stand do? Because you have all these stands that do a lot of things, all these different things. It's like, so what's the most useless one? That's what I want to know.
2 enemies.
That's
The
another
enemy's weak.
show I've meant to watch, by the way, that I haven't watched was JoJo.
2
Because a crazy,
Don't get
insane
carried.
anime full of classic rock references is something that really ought to be up my
Attack
alley.
the enemy's weak
But I've never taken the time to watch JoJo. Everybody I know goes crazy about JoJo. I still haven't seen it, now that I think about it. Well, I'd see like the occasional episode on Adult Swim. Like, I'll have a good time watching those episodes too. It's like, I just haven't seen them. Oh boy, they're getting really crazy with the shuffle time. Ah, man. Arguably, hey, yeah, would be useless, but there's a debate on how to define useless, because even stands that are useless have done crazy things. Oh, these treasure demons are disappearing. Yeah. Let's get curious.
Be careful. There are 4
It's like-
enemies.
Which mutant in the Marvel universe has like the worst power? Plus, it doesn't help that Araki adds and subtracts abilities on a whim. No boy, is he right on the seat of his pants or something? Because it feels like Akira Toriyama does that with Dragon Ball, especially with Dragon Ball Z. He just sort of makes shit up as he goes.
Another enemy defeated. 2 remain.
Please hit.
Oh boy, he does.
Last one.
Eh.
Couldn't finish
One
it
Well,
off.
enemy remains.
JoJo is popular for a reason, so maybe that's part of the appeal. It's just... Well, then again, can you call it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure if it wasn't bizarre? I guess that's also something to think about. It's a bizarre adventure. And if Ray's Sight taught me anything, is that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the story of the Joestar family. The entire family. So you have these bizarre events happening to this
Exploited the enemy's weakness.
family. For the X-Men, there's a mutant can explode like a bomb, but just once. Oh, Jesus. He's a living aristocrat's
The
joke.
enemy
That's what he is.
vulnerable. Attack.
Can only do it once. It's the aristocrats. Well, I guess aristocrats doesn't have to be done once. It just has to be really gross.
All out attack. Let me at him.
I don't know why I associated that with the aristocrats. I might be losing my mind. I think I'm going slightly insane tonight. It's just the tiredness, that's all. I could tough it out. I'll probably stream till 11 o'clock Eastern, and then I'll probably call it quits for the night. Because I didn't intend to stream long, but obviously with Persona, it benefits from being long, because exploring Tartarus is a time-consuming thing,
3 enemies detected. Strike
and you
back.
really do want to show off as much of it as you can.
You
Funny
struck
enough,
the enemy's
there's one
weaker
issue
ones.
where that mutant uses power to get revenge, but I forgot on who. It's either it's either on Cyclops or some anti-mutant rally. Oh, okay. Oh boy. It's like a Pokemon using
You attacked the
self-destruct,
enemy's
except
weak spot.
I assume he doesn't just faint afterwards.
Yes, the enemy is
I've been
vulnerable.
waiting for this. Okay, now.
Alright. Go for the wand, get that EXP. That's another show I didn't watch, the X-Men show of the 90s. Or was it the 80s? The old X-Men cartoon. Never watched it. I don't think. Man, I missed out a lot of things in the 90s. But at least I did not miss out on the Nintendo 64. I did miss out on the PlayStation, though. I didn't have one, and I didn't really know many people that had one. I think I knew one person with a PlayStation. It was this girl whose parents, or rather, whose mom, rather, used to babysit me and my brother. I did not get along with that girl. One of those girls where it's like, my house, my rules, and she tried to be bossy and get me and my brother to do whatever various activities she wanted to do. It's like just weird shit.
Be careful.
I don't even remember what it was that she'd make us do. I think it'd be stuff like she'd act like a teacher and then make us fill out like these little worksheets she's made or read books, and then I'd just be like, no, I don't want to.
Here's our chance.
I don't know.
Akihiko has defeated an enemy.
I don't know what she's up to these days, but because that was back when I lived in a different state, when I lived in Washington State, so sometimes I think about all these people I haven't talked to in decades in these places I've lived in the past, and I wonder what they're up to. Remember, I looked up some of them on Facebook a long time ago. It's kind of weird because, like, last time I looked up some of my old elementary school classmates from, like, 2000, back when I lived in a different state. I found out one of them was already a parent. Keep in mind, we were like 19 at the time. It's like, holy shit, you're 19 and a parent of 2 already? If only Nintendo did turn Sony down. But then again, most of video game history is screw you, I'm gonna do something better. What if the Nintendo PlayStation was a thing that happened? Nah, man. It's kind of wild to think about. That Nintendo kept trying to do like a disc-based add-on for the N64. They tried it with Sony, and then they made the PlayStation. They tried it, and they also tried it with Philips, and they made the CDI. One did great, one did not. It's funny how that works.
A wisely chosen.
Let me pitch in.
No, Akihiko, you don't pitch in. You've done enough. Actually, I'm not gonna keep wasting my SP.
Excellent attack.
Let's go. Still alive.
Nintendo PlayStation sounds like an alternate universe item. Sounds like something someone would say if they didn't understand video games in the 90s. You kids in your Nintendo PlayStations?
Akihiko's in danger.
Back in my day, we threw rocks at cars.
The enemy's weakness. Akihiko is frozen. Cover him. The enemy's weakness. Be aware that
I will
Akihiko
just
is
heal
severely
Akihiko.
injured.
Hang in there.
Like, instead of Shonen Jump, there's a Shoujo Jump.
Akihiko is frozen. Cover him.
like all these female, like, manga meant for a young female audience.
Defeated an enemy.
Oh boy, could you imagine? I mean, obviously they exist, but they don't exist in one big magazine as far as I know. Maybe they do, and I just don't know.
Let's get him.
I was never the biggest manga reader. I don't know. I think I'm a little attention deficit, but I've never been diagnosed with anything, so... I probably should get my head checked one of these days, see what's wrong with it. So I certainly don't feel neurotypical, just say. But I'll avoid making rash comments because, well, I really don't know.
3 enemies.
And who really knows? And I won't know until I know for sure. Trying to brainwash Junpei, he has no brain in that head.
The enemies. 3 enemies remain.
Feel like there is, but most big magazines are shonen based. Like, I definitely know about Shonen Jump. I remember seeing an issue of that. I think my brother had like one of them. Oh wait, it was ice they were weak to. I just wasted my SP on fire. Anyway,
Please hit.
I definitely
You're pretty good too.
know about
Takeba.
Shonen Jump.
I couldn't defeat it.
Only one more.
I think that was my first exposure to manga, actually. That big Shonen Jump magazine my brother had. Because it's like a new thing, because that's where I learned manga is read from right to left. It's like you open it up on its back cover, it's like, hey, you're doing it wrong, you have to read right to left. It's like, oh, okay. It's neat. It's new, it's Japanese. Didn't criticize it because it's like, hey man, it's Japanese manga, man. It's like anime, but comics. And this is what I remember from my time when I studied Japanese culture legit. So you didn't just watch anime, you actually studied the Japanese culture. Could have used you in my Japanese culture club. I don't think those guys knew dick about Japanese culture that they didn't learn from anime. But it's not like I knew too much about Japanese culture. I still don't know a whole lot. I mean, I know more stuff than I did back then, thanks to the internet. Yeah, you were that kid. I mean, at least you studied Japanese culture. You didn't just watch anime and thought you knew everything. Alright. And I forgot that random tripping is a thing in this game. That sometimes when you miss, your character trips and falls, and then they're down. It's doing the Brawl thing before Brawl was even made. I don't know, this game has weird quirks that I'm glad they got rid of in the future installments. But it does help this game stand out. Like I was saying in another stream, I kind of like the fact that Tartarus is like the only dungeon in this game. Because it really does make it stand out. It's like you have one big tower that you explore from time to time. I don't know, I just think it was neat.
3 enemies remain.
I think what I'm saying is, Persona is a very cool game, and I really like him. I still haven't played Persona 1 and 2, but I'd like to one day. Maybe if they ever bring it to Steam and other modern platforms. That'd be something cool.
Attack again.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
Alright. Destroyed him. Try to get that angel. Get the angel. Hell yeah. Studied a lot of cultures as a kid because felt like I don't want to embarrass myself in case I talk to someone from another part of the world. That's a good thing. Getting a broader understanding of cultures other than your own. I don't know. I feel like I've been around too many ignorant people that have never left this state.
1 enemy remains.
So they just don't understand anything and they react to things that they're not familiar with like disgust or being weirded out. But a normal kid wouldn't think like that. Yeah. I mean, it's still good to be like knowledgeable of other cultures. Like I did live outside of the US for a time, and so I lived in South Korea because my dad was in the Navy. He got stationed to like an American military base in South Korea in Busan. Detect 1 shadow in this floor's central area. Okay, so got to the sub-boss. First, we are going to go back down and heal. But yeah, it's like I've lived in a number of different places as a kid, and then I just finally moved to like a single actual location and just lived here for the rest of my life. And just I've been around people who just, at least as kids, just had no idea about the world around them and how ignorant they tended to be, honestly. Because they just didn't understand cultures that were different from their own, and it's not, I'm not trying to put myself like as higher as they are, act like that, oh, I'm smarter and more cultured, because I'm really not. It's just I had a greater understanding that there are different cultures out there and you really shouldn't just treat them all as weird. Alright, let's get Gur. Why not? You don't look so skeletal in your 3D model. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. I will save again. Just one of those things where it's like, I know I saved, but I need to save again. Well, I have a reason to save again because I fused a persona. Anyway. I might fight this sub-boss here, and I'll probably end the stream after this fight, so let's go out with a bang. Oh my god, it's the Virgin Mary.
Its Arcana is the Empress. It's a guardian, so it'll be a difficult fight.
A guardian? Oh yeah, that's what they're called. Hey, it's weak against ice? We'll find out. Feels weird looking back because I knew I wasn't a normal kid, but at the same time I'm glad that I did because man, today is weird. Get a well-meaning person and they'll say something really racist. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Just people, man. I don't know, I try to understand the world around me, I guess. Because from an early age, I've just been around different cultures. And another big thing is I am of Filipino descent. So, obviously, I've been around Filipino culture. It's my culture. And it's different from, say, my white peers, because I live in the South. I've been around a lot of Caucasian individuals, so it's like their culture's different from mine. Like, I know one big thing. I had a friend in middle school who was Baptist. He's part of the Baptist church, and he was the kind that went to church every Sunday. He acted super religious, but he was a preteen boy and obsessed with preteen boy stuff, if you catch my drift. Sexuality and all that, but he would act morally superior to me because he went to church every day. He'd ask me if I'd been saved, and I had no idea what being saved meant. It wouldn't be until later on that I understood that being saved is being baptized. Like, I was raised Catholic, but I didn't go to church regularly until I was 13 or so. And yeah, just that culture shock that he had this expectation that everyone was like a white Baptist like him. Whereas I knew nobody was like a Filipino Catholic that didn't go to church like me. I mean, I think that was one thing I had to get used to growing up, was understanding not everyone was... Understanding that people were different. Like, this kid was a friend. He was friendly to me for the most part, but when I did start going to church regularly, and because I was Catholic, I went to the Catholic church. He did straight up tell me one time that he didn't believe that Catholic was a real religion, in his words. And two, because the Catholic Church is called the Roman Catholic Church, he was under the impression that the Roman Catholics worship the Roman gods, like Jupiter and Pluto and all those Roman gods. Then again, he probably didn't even know what a Roman god was. He probably thought we worshiped Zeus, a Greek god, which I realize is the same thing as Jupiter, but still. Oh man. Some people, man, I'm telling you, they need to get out more, explore the world. Wouldn't be so dumb. Anyway, this thing is tough. I might have to switch my persona. Who do I have that'll be good against it? trying to look at my personas. This good. Lilum has yet to let me down, so. I don't think the instant kill spells will work on it. Someone who's had a Protestant mom and a Catholic dad you enjoyed the schedule Catholics had. Get up a few times to hear a sermon and be home by lunch. Yeah. Like,
Hang in there.
yeah, it's like, I don't know why, but for some reason, like, my family was never big churchgoers except for like a certain period of time. I would say from the years 2004 to possibly 2011 is when my family was church going. But so like I get to sit down and just relax and wait. I mean, I found for Protestants
That one just won't die.
like, yeah, just going to Catholic church is just on the whole, if I'm gonna be honest, I found it to be dull. I no longer identify as a Catholic anymore. I don't believe in God. I do consider myself atheist, honestly. Like, I don't regret ever going to church, but at the same time, I do feel like I wasted a lot of time going to church. It's like there's all this time that I spent listening to something that I would eventually stop believing in. Because I did used to be religious, I did used to believe in God, and I did take that stuff seriously. And then I just eventually got tired of it all over time. I guess that's a deeper discussion for another day, really, as to why, but... Oh yeah, that's right, they're immune to a wind, but... Yeah, it's like... The last time I stepped foot into a church was in 2011, and I've never been back, and honestly... I have no intention on ever going back.
I couldn't finish it off.
Come to think of it, I don't even know if that religious kid that I knew back then is still religious. He might be. I don't know. But for the longest... reason why I say that, because for the longest time he thought I didn't believe in God since I didn't go to church every Sunday. And I had to yell at him one day when we were kids.
Here.
Like, when are you gonna get this through your thick head? I do believe in God, I do. Because back then I did. Once you move out, you're never gonna step back into church. Yeah, like, I think my parents are still religious, but, I don't think they go to their church going anymore. Because I know I have no intention on ever going back into a church. Because, I mean, I don't believe in that stuff. 20 plus years of church going and you'd like to have a Sunday to yourself. Yeah. Yeah, it's, like, I guess still to this day, I don't know why church is such a big thing. Like, the core thing about Christianity is believing in God. And it's like,
Careful, Iori is severely injured.
it's like, as long as you believe in God, shouldn't that be enough? Of course, being Catholic, you're taught that going to church is, like, very important to the point where not going to church is considered a mortal sin, which is it's like two types of sins I remember learning about in Sunday school. At least this is what the Catholics believed, was the venial sins, I think, was what they're called, the mortal sins. The venial sins were like the lesser sins, and the mortal sins were like, you know, this is the stuff you go to hell for. And not missing church, of course, that was a mortal sin to the Catholics. But even back when I did go to church, I know I didn't go to church every Sunday, but even so, it's like, I don't know, man.
Hang in there.
I guess I just don't see why it's important anymore. Anyway, I didn't mean to... I don't know how or why I got into talking about religion. Probably not a good thing, but who cares? It's my stream. I'll talk about religion and my lack of religious beliefs. Why not? It's weird because the Because in the Bible, the body of Christ is the church and the body of Christ is just believers. Yeah. Like, I know a big thing is with Catholicism, the big thing is you want to take part in the Eucharist. You want to receive communion. You eat your little bread and drink wine. Alright, we beat the thing.
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
Alright. I didn't know if we were gonna beat that thing. Anyway, yeah. So it's like, I never really understood church. But I know that can lead into another discussion. It's people in power just wanting you to believe. But that's a whole nother can of worms. And honestly, it's 11:05 and I need to wrap things up for the stream. So I'm going to heal my party. I'm going to save my progress. And I'm going to end the stream now. So thank you for the conversation, Triple M. Always good to talk to you. And thanks to everyone else who showed up to the stream. Then again, I'll say I'm kind of glad that I was raised this way because I know all the verses and questions, but since looking at the other non-believing side, it could probably cause psychic damage to a believer. Yeah, it's like, you know, I do know the Bible, so I know more about religion than the standard atheist, honestly, and ooh boy, a lot of these atheists can be really obnoxious and just plain wrong about religion. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. It's getting late. It's 11:06 for me, so I need to go rest. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Twitch, click that follow button if you haven't already. But that's it. I'm gonna stream again this coming Friday, so hope to see you then. Most likely gonna be Persona 3 again, so even more of this. Explore Tartarus some more. Level up our social links. But until then, I will see you guys next time, so I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you later.